Hello everyone, welcome to another informative video. Today we will discuss diluents. As you know that we have started the playlist of excipients. So in this video we will learn what are the diluents, basic definition of diluents, what are incompatibilities of diluents, and what are the explanation of diluent using practical example, and what is the classification of diluents. If you are new to my channel, first of all press the subscribe button and hit the like button. So let's start our video. What are the diluents? Diluents are also known as fillers, and another name of diluents is bulking agent. Mean bulking agents, fillers or diluents. These three terms are same which are used for diluents, because this is the very basic question. What are the fillers? When this question is asked, most of the students are not aware of the fillers or bulking agent, despite of the fact that they are aware of the diluents. So diluent have three names. One is filler, other one is bulking agents, and third one is the diluent. What is the definition of diluent? Diluents are the excipients which are used to make up the final bulk volume of any dosage form. Mean when our API quantity is very low, we require certain type of excipients which do nothing with the formulation, but they enhance the weight of tablet, and these excipients are known as diluents. Sometimes these diluents may also give other effects like enhance the flow. Maximum concentration of diluent depends upon the formulation, and many formulation may contain up to 80% of the diluents. The main reason of diluent, as we discussed earlier, is to make up the final bulk volume. So why we required a bulk volume, or why we need to enhance the weight of dosage form? As you know that minimum weight of compression which is required generally is 50 milligram. Mean if we want to compress a tablet, it is generally considered that 50 milligram tablet weight is minimum acceptable for the good compression, and diluents provide us this final weight. If our API quantity is very low, they also help to obtain the required dimensions of the tablet as well. So let's take the practical example to understand how diluents play their role to make up the final bulk volume. Suppose that we are going to formulate a tablet where our API quantity is 5 milligram, and we want to compress this tablet at 100 mg of tablet compression weight. Mean our API is 5 milligram and our target weight of the tablet is 100 milligram. After adding all other excipients like binders, disintegrants, colorants, flavorants, lubricants, glidants, our weight is suppose 60 milligram. The difference between 100 and 60 milligram is 40 milligram. Mean we will add 40 milligram of the diluent to get our final weight of 100 milligram. This is called make up final bulk volume. So diluents provide us the remaining quantity to adjust the tablet weight. The next one is very important. Before selecting the diluents for any dosage form, we must be aware of its incompatibility studies, because any diluent may incompatible with any API may result in reduced in bioavailability of that API. For example, when we use calcium phosphate as a diluent for tetracycline antibiotics, a reduction in bioavailability of tetracycline is observed. The next example of diluent incompatibility is very common, which is known as Maillard reaction, where when amines drug are used with lactose, mean when we use lactose as a diluent with amines drug in the presence of metal stearates like calcium stearate, this results in discoloration of the tablets. So it is another example of the incompatibility of our diluents or excipient with the API. So we must be aware of incompatibility studies of the diluents as well. Next one is the classification of diluents. We can classify our diluents on the basis of two main systems. One is origin and second one is the solubility. So on the basis of origin, one is organic. Mean in organic we divide our diluents as lactose, starch, pre-gelatinized starch, sucrose and mannitol. Next one is inorganic. In inorganic we have dibasic calcium phosphate and tribasic calcium phosphate. On the basis of solubility, first one is water solubility and second one is water insoluble diluents. In water soluble diluents we have lactose, mannitol and sucrose, and in water insoluble diluents we have starch, cellulose and calcium phosphate. I hope you are now familiar with the basic concept of diluents. What are the diluents, how they work, what are the common examples of the diluents, and what are the main examples of incompatibilities of the diluent. If you like the video, share it to others and do subscribe my channel. You can also visit my website pharmainform.com to learn more about the formulations and pharma related articles. Till the next video, Allah Hafiz.